Hey, hey, Deck It Out tiered tray of the month DIYers. Hello. This is our fabulous June tray, which is the garden theme, which if you're a part of our Gnome of the Month group, you probably saw that they are very much coordinating. So I'm just showing you all the parts that go to each project. Excuse me. And take out all your pieces, lay them out. They should be pretty well set for you. You will have painter's tape. Keep the painter's tape. These are all of your projects, so lay them out. You have 6 colors of paint. You'll notice today when I'm painting that I do leave some parts unpainted so that I do get the brown color in there for some things. So just notice that I did that. But let's get started. We're gonna start painting and I'll take you through some of the techniques to paint just so you make sure you don't paint too much into these score lines or the etched in lines. And you want to keep your tape because you'll see me put a lot of pieces on the tape. So we'll go through painting techniques, then we will paint, then we will assemble. Okay, DIYers, so you saw me place all of the pieces down. We're gonna get started with painting. I am going to paint these small pennants. And what I kind of decided to do is that I would paint them all different colors and then come back and paint the flowers opposite colors. I thought that would be kind of fun. So what I'm gonna do, my sponge got a little bit stuck over here. As you can kind of see, maybe I'll just cut it off. Okay, so if this happens, just trim it off. We like to reuse in the studio, so reuse at home. So put some paint on, dab some paint off, and you're lightly dabbing, just very light. Now you don't want to get a ton of paint in the grooves, unless of course you want to cover up those grooves. So those grooves are there to kind of give you the shiplap look. So when you are done painting the pennant, if you want to keep the shiplap look, then you will grab your X-Acto knife. You'll grab, these scissors have been used to do a lot of paint. You'll grab something sharp, a toothpick, and you will run it down your lines. So I kind of went off my groove there, which is okay because I will just come back and I will touch up that one spot. Okay, so that's how you're gonna wanna paint these pennants or any of the projects with the score lines. Okay, so for this sign, it has the score lines and it has the engraved lettering. I'm gonna do this one white. So I'm just going to dab. Again, not a lot of paint, thickness of tissue paper, less is more in these cases. You're just gonna dab lightly over the top of the letters and you're not gonna push the paint in because what you wanna do is just keep the paint on the top and not fill in the letters, okay? And so we engraved them really deep so that you could just paint over and you wouldn't have to go over with a paint marker. You can see them really well. Okay, so you're just going to lightly dab. Do 1 or 2 coats of paint, whatever you prefer. You're gonna achieve the look that you're hoping for with this, okay? Just keep dabbing, and then when the paint is still wet, if you wanna see those score lines, then go back and clean them out with something sharp, just like we did on those pennants. Okay, so keep painting all of your projects and then we'll come back at the end and we will glue together. All right, DIYers, we have painted all of the pieces to all of the projects. Now, before you glue pieces together, I recommend that you lay everything out and make sure you like the coloring before you glue. Right now, this is the base to the shovel. So the shovel will fit snug and will stand in this base. So what you need to do is just glue. Make sure you don't get glue in the middle so that you can still take your shovel off. Okay, so that when you store it in your bag, it all stores nicely. On the shovel, you're going to put your signs for your vegetables. And so lay everything out, and then I recommend gluing. You don't need a lot of glue, so grab your little glue. That will be enough for all of your projects, okay? Because it is super glue. So if you get it stuck on your hands or your fingers, it will be stuck together. Okay, so I'm just doing this. Now I'll go through all my projects one by one, and I will make sure I like the coloring, I have all the pieces, and then I will glue together. All right, DIYers, here we are. We have our wheelbarrow. We have our pennants. We have gardening fertilizes the soul. Our fence. Welcome to the garden. Life is better in the garden. And our shovel that will stand by our tray. There you have it, you guys. So in your kit, make sure you grab your twine, string it through your pennant, hang that on your tray or next to your tray. And I can't wait to see how you display all of your pieces.